Welcome back to Just a Minute, Just a Mishnah. This is Mishnah Nishmas Friedel Basrachal, the Schos of Eli Yitzchak ben Gila, and their frost, Sarah Basuvish, Tafur Shlemas, Sechas Babakama, Perik Tas, Mishnah Yud Beis, and Perik Yud, Mishnah Aleph, Nosan Sakesef, Lanchi, Mishmar V'Meis. So we carry on talking about the same example, the same cases yesterday with the convert who he stole from, and then the convert died, and he lied to him, and he swore to him before he died that he didn't steal from him. So we said he has to give it to the Kohanim in the Beis HaMikdash. So the Kohanim in the Beis HaMikdash was split into shifts. Each week there was a different shift of Kohanim based on the family of Kohanim, basically. So if he gives over the money and then the thief dies, so from that point onwards, so we said yesterday that if he didn't give it yet, if he was on the way, so then his sons get the money. But in this case, once he gives over the money, his Yarshim, whoever's going to inherit him, can't take the money back. As it says in the pasuk like that. So these are two families of Kohanim, Yehayariv and Yedaya. Yehayariv was first; they had a week, and then the next week it was Yedaya. So if he gave the money to Yehayariv, and then he waited, and then the next week he gave the carbon ashram to Yedaya, even though he's technically supposed to give them both at the same time, he's still Yotze. Ashram liyaharav v'kesef liyedaya. If he first gave the carbon to Yehayarav and then he gave the money to the second family, im kaima ashram yakriveu b'nei Yedaya. If that carbon is still around, it hasn't been brought up on the mizbeach yet, so then the second family should bring it up. V'im lav yachzav yavi ashram achar. But if not, he has to bring a new carbon. Because if someone brings the money and then he brings the carbon, but he brings them separately, as long as he brings the money first, it's okay. If he brings the carbon first, so then that doesn't work. If he paid up the karam, which is the main amount, without the quarter, and now he wants to bring up the carbon before he pays up the quarter, so he's still allowed to do it, even though he hasn't paid the quarter yet. Perak Yud Mishnah Aleph. If someone steals, let's say, fruit, and he gives it to his children to eat, or he died and he left it over as inheritance, p'turim in the shalim. But if it was something, so for instance, karka, land. So if someone leaves over metaltalum, which is movable objects, so then people can't come and take them from them, even if the guy owes the money. But if he left over land, so then they can. So in this case, if he left over land which he stole, so then chayav and the shalim, so then they have to pay for it or give the land back. In partim v'lamitevas hamaychsim v'lamikishal gabayim. You're not allowed to be pirate. You're not allowed to exchange. What's the word? Exchange. If you want to split it into small currency, so you can't do that. You can't do it from tax collectors, from people who are passing by, or from regular tax collectors. We're talking about a specific type of tax collectors who weren't very nice people, and they would take more than they were supposed to and keep it for themselves, because that money which you're going to switch, you're getting benefit from it, and that money is stolen. And you're not allowed to accept tzedakah from them. But you're allowed to take money from this guy's house or from whatever money they're carrying with them, just not from their collecting box, basically. Good Shabbos, and those are today's Mishnayos.